Hello and welcome back. This is Candace from Candoodle, and today I have a super fun bridal shower shaker card. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off by making my shaker element, which I like to make an infinity shaker card, which Ilda from I Love Doing All Things Crafty kind of made. I'll link to her on Instagram. So I take a piece of acetate. I usually just use old packaging, and I cut it just a little bit bigger than my card base. And then I'm going to trim off the sides of the rectangle. This just makes the back a lot nicer and cleaner, so you don't have so many layers of plastic on top of each other, so it sits more flush to your card base. And I'm doing this on a piece of shimmery white cardstock. So as you can see, I went and added double-sided tape to each of the sides, and I like to tape down my sides and then the bottom, and then I leave the top one open because that is where we are going to put in all of our little sequins. So for this one, I'm going to use an array of sequins that I have in my stash. I have Pretty Pink Posh Iridescent Heart confetti mix, little things from Lucy's Cards, Ivory sequin mix, and then these ones that I just put in there, which are large kind of circles, are actually glitter paper that I hole punched. I hate to waste my glitter paper, so I actually just hole punch them and glue them together. It's very tedious, but it's kind of fun and it makes for great glitter. So I just kept adding to the center there until I was happy with that. And I also like to add a little bit of smaller elements too, to just kind of fill up that space. You can even put loose glitter in here, which I do sometimes, but for this one, I stopped myself while I was ahead. So once I was happy with how that was looking, I taped down my last part of the back. That way it is nice and sealed and my glitter is not going to go anywhere. And then I'm going to come in with another layer of double-sided tape, and this is going to glue my shaker element down to my card base. So I carefully line that up and then push down to make sure that it is all nice and sealed and my shaker pouch isn't going to go anywhere. So once I have that done, I am going to move on to doing my stamping and making my sentiment. So I have my Honeybee Stamps Mr. and Miss stamp set. I absolutely love this stamp set. It is getting a lot of use in my craft room as I have so many weddings and bridal showers and all of those sorts of things to go to. So for this one, I used the best wishes and to the new, because my entire sentiment is going to read best wishes to the new misses. And so I stamped that down in Versamark ink, and then I'm coming in with my white embossing powder, and I am going to heat emboss this. And I tend to use a little paintbrush or a craft pick just to knock off any of that embossing powder that shouldn't be there before I heat set it, and that makes it look nice and clean. And then off camera, I die cut from the corresponding die set from Honeybee Stamps the misses, and I did the back layer in black, and then I cut the front layer out of white and one out of glitter cardstock, and that way I kind of glued those together a little bit offset, so the white miss has a glitter kind of shadow behind it, which I think looks super, super pretty. And then I'm just going to add some strong double-sided tape to the back of each of my elements, and then I'm going to adhere them down to my shaker card. So I played around with the placement for quite a bit before I decided where I was going to go, and I tend to add a lot of double-sided tape just so these don't move around, and I tend to find double-sided tape works the best for gluing things down to acetate or recycled kind of plastic that I use for this. And I use my tea roller to make sure that I got those nice and straight, and I have my tweezers to make sure I peel off all of that double-sided adhesive. And there we have the final card. You'll have to let me know if you like it down below in the comments. As always, I really appreciate the time that you've spent here with me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe so you see all of my future videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!